Ekitike's been sent off. A second yellow card. He took his shirt off to celebrate scoring the goal. He'd already had a yellow card in this second period. 2 lemons make a strawberry. He's off from 0 to 0 in a matter of seconds.
In the first one was already needless and to a certain extent stupid, because you have to control your emotions. And I know how hard it is if you play Premier League or every league in the world. If you are number 9, then the defender can almost do everything he wants. And then when you shirt pull a little bit or you push him a little bit, then you get a free kick against you. But it's always the best to control your emotions. And if you can't control your emotions, do it in a way that it doesn't lead to a yellow card. So I think I said when I got my red card against Everton, that's always stupid, because it is you can show your emotions, but if it leads to a yellow or red card, then it's stupid. And that's what happened in the first yellow. And then I told him as well, and I said it to numerous media already, if you score in the Champions League final in 87 minutes after outplaying 3 players and hitting it in the top corner, I can maybe understand that you is like, this is all about me. What did I do? But I'm old-fashioned. I'm 47 and old, maybe. And I haven't played on this level, but I did score a few goals. And if I would have scored a goal like this, I would have turned around and walked up to, in this situation, Federico Chiesa and say, this goal is all about you. This is not about me. So yeah. Needless, not smart. You call it stupid. I call it stupid, by the way, as well.
But to get sent off for taking his shirt off is so stupid, because it costs him massively, because they got Crystal Palace at the weekend and he can't play. Isak is now got the opportunity to come into the team, stake his claim, and Ekitike has had a great start to the season, scored 5 goals, and now he's out of it. It's so stupid from him, because he's under pressure. He knows he wants to come in. He wants to be the number 9. I think he's been playing really well. And at the moment, you'd say he is the starting number 9 for Liverpool because of the goals he scored. He's thrown that into jeopardy now, and he's give Isak a chance to take his place.
Every now and again, you see something that is just utterly stupid and sort of brainless. And this was one of them. Because, yes, they've signed Alexander-Arnold, but he hasn't had that much game time. He got a goal tonight. But Palace are a tough nut to crack at Selhurst Park. They're a good side. They've got 3 big centre-backs. You want to have your best players, your informed players. And for something as utterly stupid as this, Liverpool are going to miss him at the weekend. I mean, it's just bonkers.
But that's what I mean, right? I get it when you take your shirt off and there's a political message or a religious message.
Yeah.
I get that. I understand, the rules behind that. But he's had Under Armour on, a red Under Armour top. So taking off your shirt, what?
Well, here's the FIFA wrong.
Please do.
Players get booked for removing their shirt during a celebration because the FIFA laws of the game prohibit it to prevent time wasting, unsportsmanlike conduct, and the display of political or sensitive messaging.
Right, that part I can understand. Taking your shirt off while everyone is not time wasting.
I know, but you know the rules, mate.
Taking your shirt.
It's on a yellow, he knows the rules.
Yeah, I get it, but unsportsmanlike. And I'm saying this if it was Southampton, if it was Man United, if it was us, if it was Spurs, if someone's doing it. It's just, that rule's just ridiculous.
You believe it? Can you believe it? He takes a second yellow card for that. I'll be filming if I was Slot. That's absolute. What is he thinking? Oh, what happens now? You take your shirt off, you get a book. No, he must know that. I mean, what is he thinking of? How's your brains, mate?
No, I mean, it's impossible to defend him. I mean, we have to blame him. We have to congratulate him when he does good things. But today, I mean, the second yellow card. But I always complain about that, players taking their shirt off, because, the clubs try to hardly find, sponsors. And when you score a goal, it's when you see the sponsor, and the sponsor put lots of money. And you have and those players, they have a stupid idea to take off the shirt. Well, I would be the chairman. I will fine them on top of it. Because, you don't do it the job. You don't show in the sponsor. But on top of it, yet, you know that you have a yellow card. And I know that Hugo is a smart guy. But I don't know how. And we have to ask him why he took his shirt off. He penalized himself. But he also, as Craig mentioned, penalized his team for next game. I don't understand that. I don't want to try to find any excuse to what he did.
I'm going to sit down, Ekitike. You're a bit of a prat, aren't you, mate?
Excuse me?
You're a bit of a prat.
Bit of a fool?
A bit of a fool. Like, you scored a tap in. Why didn't you go over to Chiesa, who could have shot, but you set you up for a tap in, run over to him and say, thank you, mate. Why are you running off and doing the Messi celebration? Messi scored a goal in a derby against Real Madrid and done that celebration, shirt off, held it up to the away fans at the Bernabeu. You scored a tap in the Carabao Cup against Southampton, and you're taking your shirt off and putting it up to the crowd. Arne Slot will definitely fine him, and he probably hammered him in the change room in front of everyone. Like, who are you trying to prove something to? It's disrespectful. Are you trying to tell Liverpool fans that I'm the main man because Isak signed? When I saw it, I was fuming. I'm like, what are you doing, mate? Like, you got nothing to prove. You're going to play, you're going to get game time this season. Or Isak will be the main man.
I think Slot will take him aside privately.
Yeah, just relax. It showed arrogance to me, Al. Like, relax, mate. What are you going to do when you break into the French team and you score in the World Cup?
Yeah, I'm sure he just wasn't aware of being on a yellow in that moment. Can sometimes be emotional, and so when you score a goal and you're just in that moment, and so of course it's unfortunate.
You got to love that guy. What's not to love about Arne Slot? He doesn't mess around with it. He's not coming out and trying to be the hard man and drive it down Ekitike's throat. He just does things the right way and says what he has to say. Yeah. He's not trying to cover it up. Or loads of managers will come out and say, well, try and cover him, I'll leave him alone, he's only young. But he doesn't do that. He's telling you, I told him it was stupid. I told him what he should have been doing. But he does it in such a way that you don't take offence. And I'm sure Ekitike won't take it as an offence. Or in offence. So I love the way the guy handles himself. Yes, it was stupid. You can come out with all the words, but I will stick up for him for once. Because I did it with all my players that I coached. They all get one chance to be stupid. The second time they do it, no, they get the hammer. So Ekitike's done it. He needs to learn from it, because that's what you have to do. We all make mistakes at times. But as long as you learn from it, then it's okay.
Hugo Ekitike, what a moment of madness for him. You do your job, getting the goal. But Nige, you're a captain in the locker room. What's the words you would have had with him after the match, knowing that the Palace match is coming up? You get your goal, and then you want to have your personal moment of shine, take the jersey off, and then show it to the crowd. It's stupid.
Be very surprised if he does it again. Obviously, I think scoring a goal is always emotional, and you always, get that emotion. But he's obviously just forgot that he's probably been booked. These first ones, stupidity, kicking the ball away. We know the rules around that. And then, it's two silly bookings to pick up, and now obviously we miss him for Saturday. So it is silly from his part, but he's only young, and he'll learn from it. And happy that he scored. But then, the last 10 minutes, it was made a bit more difficult being down to 10 men. So you'll learn from it. And like I said, I'm sure he won't do it again.
That's why we love Slot. He's just so honest, isn't he? Yeah. He's great. Every time he's in a press conference, I'm just like, this guy is a genius. He just knows how to play it. It gives you information, but not too much. He'll protect his players when he needs to. He also can call him stupid because he knows he's got Isak waiting in the wings. Everything is just like, it's perfect, isn't he? He knows exactly what he's doing. But I still don't like it though. He said it, scoring a goal, you take off your shirt. Yes, it's stupid. And it was the first booking, which was really stupid. The second one, yeah, we understand that they're the rules and we get it.
So refreshing, isn't it? To not jump to the defence and make excuses. Exactly what he said. It wasn't a 30-yarder in the top corner. It was a tap-in after Chiesa put it on a plate for him. He seems to have a bit of a bee in his bonnet when he come on. He's had a wonderful start. The fans have taken to him. He's got 5 goals.
Prince of Isak, breathing down his neck.
A little bit. It felt that way. Like, I'll show you, look, it is my shirt, it is my name. It's about me. And
you disappointed in him?
He's a young guy. He's emotional. It happens. If that's the worst thing he does in a Liverpool shirt, nobody will care. The actual output physically on the pitch and the goal scoring has been great.
Well, the way that he's playing, he doesn't look like he's under pressure. He's scoring goals every game. He's been brilliant. So, I don't know. Only he knows why he's taken off his shirt, because he knows the rules. He's played the same rules all around the world. He'd been booked. He's just completely forgotten. There's a buzz. He scored. It's just the emotion of what's happened. But it's come at a high price for him, because football's really tough in terms of you only need to be out for one game. If Alexander-Arnold comes in, scores, he might have to find himself starting off the bench again.
I think he forgot about this. I think that yellow card happened so early from him coming on. I think, I'm trying to defend him, but yeah.
But you're only going to get a yellow if you take your shirt off.
Absolutely. Of course, yeah. I just think he forgot about the first one.
Can I take you into the mind of stupidity from Ekitike and as to what he must have been thinking? Alexander-Isak scores his first goal for Liverpool in the first half. And with the arrival of Alexander-Isak, Ekitike is looking around and is doing the math and say, wait a minute. I've had a good start with this club. Dumb, stupid, whatever you may want to call it. But that is, I think, the reasoning here is that he's feeling the presence of the other guy who's just come in, who just scored a goal, and who now is probably going to play ahead of you. And by doing this, Hugo Ekitike, you have probably solidified that decision for Arne Slot, who now, Alexander-Isak, go ahead and play. Ekitike, you come and sit right here with me.
I think you can hate both. You can have an issue with both. I mean, I can remember you got one of the first yellow cards for taking his shirt off for scoring. I think it was a Florian Albert's through ball for you against Grasshoppers.
Correct.
30 odd years ago when you were celebrating one of your first birthdays. And I mean, you got booked in that. And the rule was brought in to stop players showing political messages or sponsorship messages. Yeah. And I think, you should allow some element of celebration. I mean, the game is about scoring goals. So I have sympathy from that side. But Arne Slot summed it up brilliantly last night, as he often does. Yes. It was a stupid thing to do. And actually, what he should really have been doing is going over to Federico Chiesa, who's not starting that regularly and had a brilliant game last night, and said thank you for the assist and putting it on a plate.
So I'll just say, what were you thinking, lad? That's what you got to say. What were you thinking? I mean, it's a silly second booking. You should be very aware of your first booking. To already be booked in yellow card and then to take your shirt off, knowing the rules of the game, it's a moment of madness. I know sometimes as players we get caught up in the moment, the adrenaline and everything that goes on, but it's a real silly booking. You let your team down with everything that's going on. Obviously we saw Isak coming off. Now you put yourself in. I think Arne Slot's expression at the end of the game tells you a lot right now that he's very upset.
Well, yes, I think it's also the product of someone that's in control of a dressing room because you've got a winning team. You've got a team he's walked through the door, they've won the league. They've started the season now with 5 wins in the Premier League. They're top of the Premier League. They're not playing particularly well, but they're still top of the Premier League. And so with all that in mind, that's the currency that he gets. I wonder if he'd have done this 5 games into his first season and they hadn't established the credentials, maybe he would. But you have to call it for what it is. It's honesty. It's a bit of authenticity. It's what he thinks rather than what he thinks he should say to keep a dressing room on side. That dressing room is on side, A, because he's got an embarrassment of riches, because if they don't come on side, he'll change them anyway, which is kind of what the PSG coach's mentality is anyway, isn't it? Enrique, you come training late, you don't play. Yeah.
And that mentality is only allowed to you if you've got an embarrassment of riches. But notwithstanding that, put all that to one side, it's nice to hear it. It's what people know. It's what people think. It's what people should say.
And also,
one should have to bend over backwards to pamper the egos of young players that can't take a bit of criticism when they do something stupid. So more done him.
It's a little bit ironic, right, the moment, because he does something, you used the word personal before, but he does something because he scores the goal and he does something out of a raw emotion and he's showing his jersey, right? But then it ends up actually hurting the team in the long run because maybe Isak is not ready to start in the next games or whatever. And also Ekitike is a weapon on his own. He's almost scoring a goal a game if you look up all competitions and the minutes that he's played. So to do that, it's not only just a moment of madness, it's a moment of, hey, this is about me, because he's showing his jersey. And so it's I'm sure he'll learn from it. For sure, because at that level, when you're at a club like Liverpool, it's never about you. It's always about what's best for the club. And obviously what's best for the club in the next match is that he's there and he won't.
I think the rules are daft. I mean, it is ludicrous, but they all know. Yeah. They all know that is a yellow card. And if you've already had a yellow card, you're going to go. And I thought Slot was quite right. He said, if it's a big Champions League game, you're beating 3 players and knocked it in the corner. I mean, I'm all for tap-ins. I love tap-ins, but I don't think that was the moment to run off against, a championship side. And also, I liked it, when he said, call me old-fashioned and all this and that stuff. But you've got to think about this, right? He's trying to keep Isak out the side at the moment in terms of that position, centre forward. He is now given Isak the opportunity to go. He's going to play in his position. Isak scores 2 or 3 goals, and then now he's struggling to get back in. I mean,
it's a nightmare, isn't it? It's a nightmare.
No, but my thing is, right, I think it's a ridiculous rule. And I think it's a really ridiculous. I get it. Political message, 100%.
Of course.
Bare skin, 100%. In terms of kids.
Why?
Because kids consider it's just not.
It's not honestly. There's loads of people who have
No, but still, like, in a footballing environment, it's supposed to be they're supposed to be role models for kids.
Like Giggsy, we'd never seen that little
right.
tuft of
So there you
hair.
go. Against Arsenal, we take your shirt off, right?
Yeah, that was funny.
So it's one of them where I think it's a rubbish rule unless it's those reasons. And especially if you've got an Under Armour on like he's got, which is you're not showing any skin. Come on, bit of common sense. I think they need to look at that rule because I think it's absolutely pathetic.